In today's motorcycle market, vintage-style cruisers are all the rage, especially those from Milwaukee. But in the last few years, Japanese brand cruisers have come into their own. Once dismissed as Harley wannabes, they now command their own very loyal audience and provide cruiser buyers with a dazzling array of sizes and engine displacements. But the most popular ones are still the big ones. Case in point, the Honda Valkyrie and Kawasaki Vulcan Classic. Two perfect examples of the more is more approach that dominates America's favorite motorcycle class. But it's the American-made Valkyrie that wins our Nothing Succeeds Like Excess award. Honda's new Super Cruiser is over 8 feet long with a 66.5-inch wheelbase and with a full fuel tank easily tops 700 pounds. But the biggest numbers are in the engine, which abandons twin-cylinder tradition in favor of a gigantic 1520cc single overhead cam flat 6 lifted from Honda's Super Tourer, the Goldwing. Unlike the twin-carb wing, however, the Valkyrie inhales through 6 28mm carburetors and exhales through a sweet-sounding 6-into-6 exhaust system. The rest of the package is equally imposing. The seat's width almost cancels out its low 29.1-inch height, while the buckhorn handlebars spread a full 38 inches across, above a broad 5.3-gallon fuel tank. This is a big bike, too big for many average-sized riders, but one that's surprisingly quick thanks to massive torque and a slick 5-speed gearbox. There's so much torque, in fact, that highway passing is absolutely effortless. And even the sort of tomfoolery normally reserved for sport bikers is possible on this Cadillac-sized cruiser. The Valkyrie is also blessed with exceptional high-speed handling. That's thanks to a set of sport bike-style 45mm inverted forks up front and stout preload adjustable shocks out back. Remember, however, that you need a lot of muscle to turn such a big bike at speed, but only a light squeeze of the brake lever to put 3 big discs to work. A cruiser's forte, however, is relaxed rides on country roads where you appreciate the smooth engine and fine ride, as well as the comfortable passenger accommodations, though highway travel demands a windscreen since the wide bars plant you squarely in the breeze. A properly equipped Valkyrie Tourer model is now available. If you want a Valkyrie, cough up at least $12,499. Two-tone paint kicks it up a notch to $12,799. Not cheap, but well worth it for the fastest, most sophisticated cruiser available. But if you prefer something more traditional, then look to the other half of our prodigious pair. The Kawasaki Vulcan 1500 Classic is almost a pure American-style cruiser. It certainly looks the part with fat tires on 16-inch spoked wheels, wide sweeping fenders, a super low 27.6-inch seat height, floorboards instead of foot pegs, and a classic-style 4.2-gallon fuel tank with a huge center-mounted speedometer. And in true cruiser style, the look is dominated by a big V-twin engine. This single carburetor 8-valve monster with dual-plug single overhead cam heads displaces 1,470 cc's, making it the biggest V-twin available. And while bike makers rarely divulge horsepower figures, Kawasaki claims a torque figure of 83 pound-feet. Unlike America's most famous twin, however, the Vulcan's engine is liquid-cooled and delivers power through a super clean shaft drive system. Ignition is positive, the engine producing that distinctive lumpy V-twin sound and just the right amount of vibration. Once rolling, it provides brisk straight-line acceleration. The 4-speed gearbox is traditionally notchy, but manageable thanks to the old-fashioned heel-toe shifter. But when the tarmac turns, the Vulcan displays a nimbleness at odds with its 644-pound dry weight. And superb stability, mostly due to a 65.4-inch wheelbase. Ride is also quite comfortable thanks to shrouded 41mm forks up front and twin preload adjustable shocks in the rear, while stopping is easily accomplished with big disc brakes at both ends. The Vulcan Classic is at its best on a flowing back road. Park it in top gear and ride the torque, submerging your senses in that V-twin thunder. If you do hit the highway, bolt on a windscreen. As with the Honda, the upright riding position puts you right in the wind blast. But Kawasaki's Mega Vulcan isn't necessarily a long-haul bike. It is a fun bike. In fact, it's the most fun we've had on two wheels in some time. And it's reasonably priced. At $10,699, the Kawasaki 1500 Vulcan Classic is one of the largest yet least expensive big cruisers available, and there's no waiting list. Japanese brand cruisers like the Honda Valkyrie and Kawasaki Vulcan Classic have come a long way and offer motorcycle riders a selection that ranges from old guard to cutting edge, in addition to value, performance, and style. They don't get any bigger or better than this.
This is Craig Singhas. Road Trips, Head Trips, and Other Car-Crazed Writings is an outstanding tapestry of automotive literature, as assembled and edited by the whimsical Gene Lindemood, deputy editor of Automobile Magazine, featuring no less than 32 diverse writers such as Denise McCluggage, David E. Davis Jr., Ernest Hemingway, and humorist Dave Barry. Road Trips, Head Trips, and Other Car-Crazed Writings captures that rare blend of awe, love, and frustration that autophiles so often feel for the automotive experience.
With the demise of the last front-engined Porsche and the